Today, we will introduce you to a man who claims that he has found Noah's Ark in Chechnya. And now we have arrived at the very place where they are based. Show it. This is the place where they live. And now, together with him, we will walk around the area and show the excavations they have done. And we'll listen to Marat, who is in charge of all this. But before we head to the mountains, we need to buy some groceries so we can cook something tasty. Abdi is back?
Yes.
Everyone asked for him.
Buy Beloshka sunflower seeds.
Only at Globus. I don't remember that moment. Alright, got the flour, let's move on. What else do we need? We need salt, pepper, what's this? While we're buying groceries, subscribers, think about what we're going to cook this time. This is what I want. It's all on the channel. Go ahead and buy it. Why are you moving so slowly, guys? Take these ones, for example. You'll thank me later. I also need dates to get some energy. I played soccer yesterday. I don't have enough energy. I need more energy. Where are the dates? Okay, Nutella. How much does Nutella cost? 272 rubles. Or rubles? You know what we need? I know you'll like it. You want to grill it over the fire? Marshmallows. Let's get some. Here, take it. Honestly, I don't know what that is. There's so much stuff here. Maybe we should get this kind of tea. Oh, it smells nice in here. I got the teapot. Yeah. Something called the geisha smile or whatever. Anyway, no. Chechen smile.
A strong, rich tea.
By the way, try to find 10 differences between Abdi and me. They're on the same team today. Can you imagine? This store has absolutely everything. There's a separate meat section, so you don't need to go elsewhere. Let's take this one, I guess. Yeah, and someday too. Come on, do me a solid. What did you think? 660 kilograms? It was better from that side. Yeah, that's better. Alright, come on, let's go. Is that everything? Did we get it all? We spent 2,000 on groceries plus the meat. That makes it 2,700. This store is located between Grozny and Argun. I recommend it to everyone. Assalamu alaikum.
Yesterday I was sitting and thinking, in the past, a young man who was 2 or 3 years younger wouldn't dare say anything unnecessary to an elder. He would give him a slap on the back of the head or a kick if he was wrong. You were even more afraid that he would tell your brother, and if your father found out, you were really on edge. But today, try to say something to someone younger. He'll jump at you with words like, "Who do you think you are?" or "Do you know what I'll do to you?" Can you imagine that?
The ones whose parents raised them properly don't act like that.
Before, for something like this to happen, I can't even remember a single case. Now there are people like that. That didn't happen before. Even when you knew that the elder was wrong. Usually elders have a cane like that. If he hits you with it, It burned you so much that you'd run from him, hoping no one would find out. Those were the times.
If an elder who was 3 or 4 years older told you to do something, you would run and do it. Racing each other.
You'd get upset if someone else got the task instead of you.
I won't do it. That just never happened. Everyone wanted to be given the task.
Binoculars. So this is a special message for those who kept saying they wanted to come with us. Yeah, if you have an off-road vehicle, then we can go on a trip together, because every time we plan to go somewhere, we can't find transportation to get there. If you have off-road vehicles and want to join us, message me on Instagram in direct messages and we'll figure something out.
Not from the word Chechens, but from the word Sasan, the Sassanids, the Sassanid Empire. The Sassanid dynasty in Iran, it seems that's also Dashas. Pyotr I and Yekaterina II. Why do you think the Russian nobility had their genealogical books collected under threat of death, supposedly to be copied, and then they were burned? That they are from here. So that they wouldn't know, so that they could be turned against us. All this Russian nobility, at the very least, if not all of Russia, all of them are from here.
I've also heard that about 200 years after the death, there is a reliable source that says there are Chechen scholars.
That's exactly what I mean. I'm talking about it now. That's what I'm saying. The etymology of the word Shishani, people translate it as coming from the word Chechens. But as far as I understand, it's Sassanids. Not Chechens. The word Chechen actually first appeared in reports by Russian generals during the conquest of the Caucasus. The word Chechen, the word Ingush, and the word Ichkeria. These words only appeared at that time.
Russian origin.
Yes.
Marat, and now, before entering the supposed Noah's Ark, what made you think that you needed to dig right here? And what was your reference point when you started?
Look, in my opinion, this is the breaking point where this side broke. As a result, it cracked all over. That's how air and oxygen got in. Because oxygen is the strongest oxidizer. And well, you know, all of this is one big artifact, and if you have to break it, then do it where it's already broken. That's why I'm digging it. Yeah, it's not the best place, not the most convenient, I'd say. It's a tough place. But at least we're digging where it's broken. Exactly, for these reasons. Because I don't want to break the artifact. If I have to break it, I break it where it's already broken.
Makes sense.
Well, that's it. This is all artifact here. This soil, all this stone.
And originally, how did you discover this place, and how did it occur to you that this is the Ark? At the very beginning of your craft.
You know, I'll tell you in detail, but people just don't believe that Allah Himself pointed this out to me. You know? In 2015, they started planting this area. Planting here, planting potatoes. Before that, it didn't stand out in any way. And I used to come here too, walk nearby, and didn't notice anything.
Are you also originally from around here?
We're from here, but the land itself. So, I've been here, I've walked nearby, I've seen all of this, but it never crossed my mind.
But that year, they started planting here, planting potatoes. And somehow it started to stand out because of its shape.
Plus, I learned there's unique black soil here you won't find elsewhere. I began asking, where did it come from? What is it? Well, a guy once showed me on this picture, isn't that an ark? Look at it, it has a triangular shape.
On Google Maps, right?
Yeah, he was joking. A few months later, I asked him again, but he didn't remember our conversation.
All right, back then in the winter.
I came there in winter on purpose to take a picture of that place. And this is what I got.
Well, you could add.
Look at him.
We'll show him later, yeah.
Yeah. I took a picture and put it in my pocket. We were just standing there with the guys talking. I got home and started looking at it, zoomed in. By the way I took it with this phone, I started zooming in, looked at it, and was stunned. Then for a year, the whole season, I walked around here, checked things out, and collected herbs. I didn't tell anyone anything. I noticed several signs this place isn't local. So I reported it. And also, when I reported it back then, I didn't even have a tenth of the evidence I have now.
Do you understand?
So,
Yeah, actually, there isn't anything like it anywhere else around here.
There's no stone like this, no black soil like this, and nothing this deep. Usually in the mountains, you don't find layers of soil. Here, the layer of black soil is from about 2 meters 70 centimeters up to 7 or 8 meters. But anywhere else you go, it's only 20 or 30 centimeters, at most half a meter of soil, nothing more. And the rest is all just marl. At first glance, this stone looks a bit like marl. But when you start to look closely at it, you begin to see the difference.
Today we will prepare the traditional Chechen dish Zhizhig Galnash in an untraditional way. It will be a little unusual. Now we will cut this meat which was bought today at the store. I need to buy myself a proper knife. Don't just film me, film the view as well.
Look at the view we have while doing all this. What a view in front of us. Wow, just like in the movies. This is just an incredibly beautiful place called Chechnya, where we've come back once again. Dam. Dam in Chechen. Let's gradually start learning Chechen. In Chechen it's called dam. Not dam, but dam. Flour. You need to know how to put the correct stress. Flour. Eggs again. We probably need to run it in slow-mo, slow it down.
So where's the salt?
I think the salt is here. That's it. I found it. Imagine if it had fallen right into the egg.
Now we add the secret ingredient. Smell it. Have you smelled it?
It has a kind of sweet, strange smell.
Be sure to write in the comments if you know what it is.
There's nothing there, I think.
Okay, we need water. Are you gonna eat this?
I'm thinking about it right now. If I say no, you'll still cook anyway. It's still a mystery.
How beautiful it looks.
In quotes, how gloomy it looks.
Look how... We got black dough. These will be black edition dumplings. They won't taste any different from regular ones. They'll just be black in color. Well, it looks unusual. That's it. This is what we got. This is the dough. Let's let it rest for about 20 to 30 minutes. In the meantime, let's take care of the fire.
Watch carefully from here. Look, the log is in the groove. It's inserted with some finishing. Look over there. See, here are the grooves and the beams. These beams were really strong. This is just the beginning. It will get more and more interesting. Shine the light over there. Do you see that? Move the flashlight a little closer here. Just like that. Now start filming. Do you see the groove? Do you see these beams?
We can't do this with a hammer drill, right?
Yeah, it's impossible with a hammer drill.
Oh, look over there.
Shine the light on it. Do you see the structure of these beams? Please. Now look here. See? Perfectly straight. The next ones are straight. The next ones are straight. Watch closely and record. Watch this one. Like this, then like this. See, it's cut straight. Look, it's straight. Perfectly straight. Look here now and record. This part goes like this, straight.
There it is. What are these structural elements? I don't understand.
Look, this one also goes like this and like this. It's cut straight. All of these are straight over here. This was clearly built as something.
Let's go. We'll keep looking.
This is the finish.
Yeah, we made it this far. Now go ahead, film from here. See this? It's straight. Now film it from this side.
See how straight it is.
Now look, see, it goes like this.
Look further, see how smooth that joint is.
Right here, yeah? Here it is, here it is, here it is. Right here. We broke this stick so we could see this structure. This isn't a crack. No, of course not. Cracks are never straight.
Right here, it's like it was made with a ruler.
Maybe one could be, but the others just can't be.
Murat, can I ask a question? As a theory, could this be some kind of structure, I don't know, maybe a fortress or something? Have you ever thought about that?
That's how it should be done.
Do you want to try?
Come on, I'll do it alongside you, you know? Like we were taught at home.
Show me what you got there. They're too big? No, they're fine. They're just a bit long. Let's make them a little shorter.
I think they're turning out like pasta. Now they'll look like sausages.
Shorter?
Look at this dumpling. A huge bulky dumpling for giants. You can get full with just one dumpling, right? For true Chechens.
Well, that's not about us. We're not true ones at all. Let's show how to roll it out. With 3 fingers like this, then with your palm like this. And here's your dumpling.
It's just that they're really kind of unusual. Ours are turning out big. Ours are turning out gigantic.
We did say that it's a different take on dumplings.
And this is the only normal dumpling. The one that looks similar. Standard. Here it is. This is what it looks like.
Actually, it should be white. A very important point, friends, if you want to get smoke out of my eyes. If you want to get delicious meat, always add it to boiling water.
And not the other way around like everyone else does.
They pour water over it and heat it, creating a flavorful broth. But we need good meat. I put out the fire they spent so long trying to start. Look, here's what happens.
Dumplings, huge dumplings, exotic ones. Where are they? Against the black bag in the background. I lost them. Hold on, let me focus. There, now you can see them.
This is real men's food.
If you like the color black, dig in.
It's odd Timati hasn't used it in his songs yet.
We invited the aunts over for dumplings. They say there are few people like us left.
Write about it in the comments if you agree with this.
Yeah, and share the links with your acquaintances and friends.
Actually, as a version of what this could be, maybe some kind of structure, I don't know, maybe a fortress. Have you ever thought about that?
What kind of fortress would have walls 20 or 30 meters thick?
Well, honestly, I don't know.
5 meters is the maximum, and even that's not necessary. A couple of meters is enough for a fortress.
And here, how thick do you think the walls will be?
No less than 30 meters, that's for sure. We still aren't sure. We haven't broken through yet. So when there was a storm, one that had never happened before or since, where the waves were like mountains, you know, you had to withstand that storm. And they gathered in this ark, like in a capsule, and the purpose of this ark was to sustain life so that they could survive. That's how it was. Now imagine the impact of such enormous waves. And if it were made of plywood, it would have shattered into pieces at the very first impact. This structure here, it really amazes me. Of course, we haven't gotten to the insides yet.
And this is the only, chance for detractors to say something against us.
Any idea how much more we have to dig to?
I don't know.
It's unknown, right?
Maybe there's 20 centimeters left, maybe 2 meters, we don't know.
At first, when you started, was it assumed to be 25 meters?
No, it was assumed to be 3 or 5 meters, and now it's already reached. Well, that's what common sense told us. Then I was convinced that it was at least 15 meters. Now I'm pushing through, and we already know it's at least 30 meters. That's right. Now look, we've checked these joints here, and later I'll show you the lock.
Where is that?
Here, right above your head, this one. Do you see this corner? See this joint? Now move your finger the other way to the corner. No, here, further, higher. Go to the end of it, this joint, the one you were feeling with your finger. That's how it goes. Let me get closer and I'll show you. Here, look here. I'll get my lighter out now. There he is, see, he's coming. There he is, there he is. And this, see, that's his lock.
It's above this is the lock.
And on the lock from there, this wedge is set. Look, this wedge is hammered in from here. It's closed so it doesn't come out. This is another wedge. See this one?
Very interesting.
We don't know what they did there, how or why they gathered.
We need specialists, but we lack them.
Everything was coming together like a puzzle.
About the specialists who were here, we'll talk more outside, right?
Here's a question. There are a lot of different devices, like some kind of geodetic equipment. Well, I understand it's expensive, but what are the results?
We tried to order it, we even raised money for it. Russian specialists replied that they were forbidden to work in Chechnya.
Oh, I see, yeah.
We used to shoot at the road workers.
How about hiring private surveyors?
It makes no difference. They're all in the same business.
You didn't talk about prices, did you?
There was a price. 150,000 rubles per hectare.
Just that? A hectare for 150?
There are 50-something hectares here.
Well, at least, I don't know, at one spot, just to see if there's an empty space or not, to understand.
We could have. We were planning to do that.
150 could have been gathered easily.
We were thinking of doing a couple of hectares.
Marat.
It didn't work out, did it?
Here you can see these supposed beams, but besides them, there are also these stones that don't have any particular sequence. How can this be explained? So here, if you take this particular stone...
Look here, look at this stone. Do you see this? Do you see this? Don't you see the beam here? Give me the flashlight. Shine it. Do you see this beam goes here? Here it is. The joint is straight. Here is the joint. This is a beam.
So it goes over there. It was long.
Look over here. This is another beam. Here it is. It goes over there. Here's another beam. It goes over there. Do you see? Well, you know, just understand the simple thing. The people who come here when they cannot help, they cut this themselves. They break out this stone themselves. They see what kind of stone it is, and they still come for free. Well, they help. They do the work. I have nothing to pay them with anyway. They see all this themselves. They help. I'll even demonstrate the sound for you right now. The sound. Do you see how it's made? When we actually see cracks, we just weld this structure as much as possible so it doesn't fall apart. Here there are joints, not cracks. We break the cracks right away so nothing crumbles. But in this strong structure, for something here to... There won't be a better bomb shelter. Listen, this is a life-saving ark, the one that saved all life once. What are you talking about? Nothing can collapse here. The ground and a few small stones may fall, but that's insignificant.
And is the soil here for airtightness or what?
No, look, this right here is something like clay. But the Bible says, make it out of gopher wood. So it has to be the same kind of wood. But actually, this solid... There was no such thing as gopher wood. It was built from different types of wood. That is, hardwood, softwood, hardwood, then softwood again. And that's how we went through more than 50 words. That's right. You know, this turned into clay, this soft rock. The hard one solidified and became stone. We pull out a whole piece that looks like stone, place it on the ground, but after a week in the sun it crumbles. You know? And this one is a very strong stone now. And we tested this stone. It contains 36% silicon and 40% iron. And there are also some minor elements. There's practically no carbon in it, which has absolutely modern trees.
Marat, can I ask a question? I saw in a video how you found a piece of stone here, and the other part of it was still wooden.
Oh, that wasn't here. We found that in the forest. There was a stone sticking out of the ground that looked like wood. We started digging it up, and inside it was wood. There was no air access. It was clay, a dense substance that doesn't allow air through.
So was it all one piece?
It's all one piece. On the outside it was stone and inside wood. And we brought this to show that wood turns into stone, and that millions of years haven't passed, and this place exists. And here, this stone...
We only broke off some pieces and left the rest, so we can show it to anyone.
They're just feeding us nonsense about millions of years for petrification. There are no millions of years at all. You know, they've messed with our heads. Look, I show people nails and stones. People immediately ask, oh, so there were nails back then. I say, are you kidding me? Of course not. Back then, we climbed down from the trees, cut off our tails, grabbed a stone axe, and went after the mammoth. Forget about the school curriculum.
What did you find there?
So anyway, while our black African dumplings are being prepared, we got some wild garlic. Some guy passing by, I don't know if he recognized us or not. As a bonus, he gave us wild garlic, and now we're going to eat it. He came up and asked, do you want some wild garlic? I just smiled. Honestly, I was too shy to say that I really wanted it, but I held back and said that Muhammad wanted it.
Let me taste it. I'll go first. Meanwhile, Hussein is cooking the meat.
So, how's it going?
It's fine so far. It's frying or boiling. I'm not really good at cooking, of course.
But you can keep an eye on it, right?
But I can keep an eye on it.
That's all that was required of you.
I'm admiring nature.
While Hussein is peeling garlic, Beshta and I are going to throw in our African dumplings. Hold out your hand. There's a flashlight in one hand. I can see it.
Look how black they are. You're watching, right? Now we'll boil them quickly. The meat's cooked, we took it out. Throw it out. Film it right here. Look how black they are. Can you see?
Alright, let's go see how Hussein cleans the wild garlic. What wild garlic? Garlic! I'm always talking about wild garlic. Oh, a professional garlic cleaner.
Can you see it well without a flashlight? Did you press the yellow color?
Like now, this professional chef. I'm peeling this garlic to make the sauce.
That's the only thing Hussein knows how to do.
Yeah, peeling garlic. You need to have enough patience for that.
It's not an easy job.
Let's go show a live hack on how to crush garlic. If you don't have this, what's this tool called? forge.
Everything is ready. Okay, let's go see what our colleagues are doing out in nature.
Look how black they are.
They look really interesting, of course.
This is ordinary.
They're ordinary, just black. Just a little more, a couple of minutes. That's it, it's ready.
Here's some kind of formation.
I wouldn't say it's a stone.
Look over there.
Here it is, look. This used to be soft wood. Out in the open air it turned like this, kind of like clay. This part is hard. This part is soft again, hard, soft again, hard again.
Yeah, in layers.
Actually, even just logically, if you think about it, you can see here.
Look, if you walk through the mountains here, you won't see exactly this. Yes, there are similar ones made of marl like these, but this one isn't here.
Maharaj, how can you explain that this whole wall, which runs along here, is uneven?
Look, this is the even piece that we just removed.
This is the beginning of the inner side. What sticks out here, these are the remnants of the outer side. The inner side is even. And this one, if you study it closely, it goes in all directions. It goes at the intersection there. Yes. Let's go to the gate. Gate! Here it is, the perfect even bottom and seam. We're gathered along this seam right now. Here's the seam. The seam goes here. Take off this visor. Look at this stone too. It's even, see? It lines up with the stripe, see?
Yeah, like it was cut with a saw.
Yeah. See this one? Now pay attention to this one. It goes in a semi-arc. Right here. There's nothing else like it. Now look, let's go to that end of the gate. There it is. And both joints don't go straight in, but at an angle. On the right. Here, when I brought the scientists here. They were just stunned when they saw these gates. They had nothing to say and nothing to argue. Any geologist can see that this is man-made.
You also mentioned a geologist who came here. He told you he had no doubt, right? And after he left, he disappeared.
He said he would do everything he could. But he's a government man on duty. Apparently, his superiors didn't allow him. But the geologists saw it themselves. They understood everything and acknowledged it. They didn't say it on camera due to fear of responsibility. That's one thing. Secondly, they've already reported it to their superiors, so the scientific authorities already know about it. But for some reason, they remain silent. They knocked out this little stone. Take a good look at it. Do you see this nail? See how thin and long it is? We did a spectral analysis here, and it contains 92% iron. So, this is steel. Modern steels are made with added carbon, but this steel has 4% silicon added. That means it's a completely different technology. But it's still steel. You understand, right? Interesting stuff. And look, we broke off a stone here. It's perfect.
Obviously, it didn't just appear there for no reason.
Of course.
And it's foolish to deny or mock even the basic theory, the theory itself.
Look here, do you see this? At the seam you can see resin traces, but none inside. There's a resin-soaked strip here. We can walk around and check these stones. Many have this strip, sometimes larger or smaller, but it's present.
So it's resin, traces of resin.
Here it is. You see the smooth seam areas. Here a smooth seam, here another smooth seam. They're all soaked with this resin.
So, once again, I'm referring to the Bible, to what's written there, and I'm showing what actually exists. The Bible says coated inside and out. But in reality, every joint was coated. That is, wherever two boards joined together, they were coated with this pitch.
So that water wouldn't seep in?
It had to be completely airtight.
These were the kinds of joints we had.
Here are the supposed gates, right? You stand at the edges.
These are no longer supposed.
That's for sure. It's a proven fact by Marat.
The scientists were stunned when they saw it.
Friends, this was a brief overview of this place discovered by Marat. Share your impressions in the comments. Do you believe in this or not? And if you really find this topic interesting, we will continue to cover it. Let's see what we've got. It looks pretty wild, of course. I'd even say extremely wild.
Interesting. A bit unusual.
Write down what it looks like. Alright, now comes the most interesting part. These guys have to try them. Just so you know, I won't eat this right away.
Come on, the first one is the most daring guy.
The first time in 26 years.
Black dumplings? Let's taste it. Let's do it randomly since we're short on time. It tastes the same, but the color differs.
Yeah, they taste like regular dumplings. Yeah, it's just the color that's different. That's it. There's no other difference. Just the color. And the hardest part of this trip, it's the waiting. Let's try the meat. The meat is really great. I like the meat too. Go ahead and try it because it's almost gone.
Pass me the fork. The fork is here.
Should I bring some more meat?
And this invigorating drink?
But nothing compares to the broth.
The broth is just awesome.
Alright, let me know in the comments how shocked you are. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. See you in the next videos. Bye.